quickly round out their draft with two big comfort picks for themselves.
Yeah, and G2 are going to use Nukeduck's own counter pick against him with the Swain into Lissandra. Now, because these two picks are so flexible, G2 are just going to match where this Lissandra goes, I feel, with the Swain.
Yep.
You want to get it in that matched up lane, and Aurelia has a lot of really good matchups where she can go just about even. So G2, even though they're on blue side, have the flexibility to deny them a hard counter.
Ooh, I really like this Poppy hover though, because I think that it does very well into, fun fact, champions that have a lot of dashes and things like Rakan, things like Aurelia. I believe it, does it work against Rek'Sai tunnels, do you know?
It does, yes.
Oh yeah, so
it's really mean. Her ultimate will go through because you're unstoppable, but the tunnels, no fun.
So a lot of the mobility tools that G2 have in their draft get mitigated by the Poppy, so I do quite like this pickup, and again, I think that OG have gone very teamfight style. They have a very typical front to back. They do have a little bit of dive with the Lissandra and the Jarvan, and I do think that with the amount of mobility on the side of G2, a lot of it can be interrupted from the side of Poppy. So I'm kind of expecting another 1-3-1, maybe a 1-4 coming out from the side of G2, but I wouldn't be surprised to see a very similar game plan to what we saw in Game 1.
Yeah, similar game plan, but the key difference for me is the Rise pick that Origen banned away, because no longer will you have Caps going into a side lane and breaking all of your turrets, going for the back door, blowing up your inhibitors. That will not be how G2 win this game. Instead, it relies a lot more on the skirmishing that we know they were able to do so well early on in the split.
Definitely worked out for them in the first half of the split. Not too much in the second half. They did lose 4 of their last 5 games, but back to winning ways in...
If you engage, what happens to the side lane, right? You know, what do you lose in exchange for that? So either way, Origen going to come refreshed, revitalized into Game 2. Let's see how they can handle the pressure from G2 this time around.
G2 1-0 up in this best of 5. 2 games away from securing their spot in the finals in Rotterdam. Origen looking to strike back as we jump onto the Summoner's Rift for the second game of the day. And I know there's a lot of interesting matchups here. I know that bot lane specifically for me is very interesting, but where are you guys looking early on?
Right now I'm looking at the level 1 strat that G2 has come up with, as they've sent both Caps and Wonder to the bot side of the map. Mickey has gone over the wall using his W. Patrick has no information on this. And you can already see the pings coming out from G2. They're looking to set up the flank from behind. They're looking to try and get a pick onto Patrick.
But Patrick can just walk up towards Mithy here. Now spots out G2. Caps will have the claw. Doesn't land it. Mithy uses W to eat him up. But Mickey comes across the wall there and knocked back. Mithy, lots of damage coming down. There's the Ignite as well. They're continuing on the chase. They get first blood. And G2 with a perfect collapse will strike first.
It's a beautiful level 1 setup there from G2 because they have so many tools to work with. Not only was it Mickey X on the flank, but Swain can very easily take the Never move at level 1, and you have access to the passive on Swain, which is so strong, using that pullback off of any CC, which let them get not for Cold to try to shut him down. Now Cold is currently pathing around towards this top side. Nukeduck is on the way as well. He used the claw to get over the wall, and they want the dive.
Flawless Duet was used there by Wonder as well, so there's no stun possibility. Cold going in for the dive here. Wonder. Teleport comes in straight away. There's the Steadfast Peasants already. Wonder down. Now the TP can't be cancelled, of course, but Jankos is on the flank. Vision Vampire comes down. Now 5 flashes across the wall. Jankos down to about half HP, but already Cold's done. Jankos underneath the tower. Into the back of Jankos will secure it. There's the TP coming in from Perks now. He's going to join the fight towards the top side. It's Wonder coming back in instead. Perks still down towards the bottom side. The claw gets Nukeduck away for the moment, still has the flash.
He has the flash if he wants to look for it. No mana on towards Nukeduck, but they do get out in the end. It started as such a clean turret dive there from Origen, but the early damage, the turret coming through, is able to turn it around.
Yeah, I love the play from Origen. As you said, I thought it was very clean. Note how Alfari is the one to kick things off by landing the stun into the turret. This means that the follow-up CC, there's very little that can be done. And you'll see that he also gets interrupted. Oh, we have another gank in mid.
Nukeduck's already used the flash here as well. Caps on the chase. Jankos there with the Prey Seeker. One more auto will be enough, and Caps puts down the claw, secures the kill.
He just TP'd back into lane 2. That is brutal, but look topside. Wonder has the flash if he wants to get out.
Cold holding onto the EQ combo here, waiting for Wonder to flash. He'll flash underneath the tower, and Cold will not dive any further. But Wonder forced away, doesn't have teleport to get back to this lane.
You wanted proactivity. I think we got it.
We're going to get another dive.
Jankos looking for another pair. Remember, Mithy still has no flash.
And he used the tunnel. Mithy, no flash. There is an exhaust available as well. Jankos
big wave,
waiting.
though.
He's waiting. As you say, a big wave. Very impactful early on. Jankos coming in. Doesn't have the flash. Will land the knockup only onto Mithy. Mickey with the chase in. Thick skin from Mithy will keep him alive for the moment. The Ignite is ticking away. Mickey tanking up up the tower. Perks gets the kill, and a perfectly executed dive there by G2.
And this is the early game that G2 fans wanted to see from Jankos. He couldn't have that much impact in game one, but this time around he saw Cold head towards the top side of the map. He saw his top laner lose his flash, and that gives him the information needed to know that he can make this play bot happen. And remember, Mithy had no flash from...
Exactly. Origen should just be safe here. Maybe?
I mean, the minions are going to walk towards them. They'll...
Yes.
Oh, no!
But how did they know?
You can see here, though, at the moment, there's a little bit of a fight around that. Stage coming in. There's the Vanguard's edge as well. Alfari coming in from the side as well. Patrick teleporting down towards the bottom lane. Wonder caught out on the back. Cataclysm comes out from Cold as well. They tried to take down Jankos down towards the bottom side of the fight as Patrick joins the Barney. There's the Demonic Ascension coming out from Caps. He's so healthy already, but the flash away from the nether move from Patrick. Caps pops, but he gets popped. It's a shutdown for Origen.
It's a fantastic TP there from Patrick as well, using the ult onto Jankos. Jankos popped up and couldn't get the knock up because he was rooted in place. Patrick is the hero for OG in that fight.
He also turned it into a numbers advantage, and in the 3 versus 3, this could have gone horribly wrong for Origen, but they knew that they had the teleport. They know that this play is safe, and while initially even more.
Yeah, and one of the interesting things we looked at when we saw the first half or second half of the split for G2 was where Jankos was investing his resources, because when G2 were dominating the league, he actually spent a lot of time around the bottom side of the map, which is maybe a little surprising because Wonder is one of G2's top performers on this roster. This game, he's playing towards the weak side a little bit, and this could be bad.
Alfari gets a knock into the wall. Mickey's dunked. That is a very roast chicken. The Chain of Corruption still going to land on towards Jankos. He'll flash away, but that's his Summoner spell burned. And Origen continuing to play around this blue buff.
And playing around the top side of the map. This time, though, they brought the entire family. They used the Tahm Kench ultimate to dive onto the backside, and they were able to lock down Mickey, who is just trying to clear a control ward. Origen have now that they can hold their own against the first seed at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, and they're on a great timing here to pick up this Rift Herald with pressure in the top lane, mid lane as well. They can decide where they want to put that down to try and crack a tower to get the plate money. Get some more control here. Jankos has something to say about it, though.
And Nukeduck has the flank position here. Jankos no flash. Will pop the Void Rush onto Nukeduck. The charm comes out as well, roots them up into place. Caps is on the other side of the wall and can't join the fight. But maybe he's going in as the Vanguard's edge comes out. The Keeper's verdict. A great stun. Nukeduck is down from Perks. Mithy chased off towards the top side. Wonder gets another kill. And G2 were able to find the perfect fight in their own jungle. Now Patrick has to get away. Mithy chasing onto Mickey. Licks him out. Spits out Perks as well. Isn't going to quite have enough damage. And Perks will take down his former support.
Ooh, big team fight in favor of G2 this time around, but you have to give props to Wonder in that fight. He landed such a crucial stun onto multiple members to help swing the fight in the favor of Alfari. So observers, please, when we get into the replay, give us that slow-mo, give us that zoom in on Wonder, because if he didn't interrupt that Alfari ultimate, that could have been a one Perks
right there. And it's funny because after that game one, we were thinking, is this going to be just a huge series with super long games, or are these teams going to make changes coming into the match? And I was thinking to myself, you know, usually after you have just a smackdown of a game where it goes 50 minutes, the next game gets a lot faster because neither team wants to be in that stressful situation ever again. You can see Jankos walks in here initially, and it does look bad, but a key thing to note is he uses his own ultimate to actually mitigate the CC from Lissandra ult. Lissandra ult goes to animation and becomes unstoppable and tracks it through. So he delays the engage, and then you see the TP to the tunnel on the other side. Ult flash to get the immediate CC, then three-man stun onto the front line here, including Patrick. It's huge.
Wonder caught out here, gobbled up by Mithy. Now Alfari should be able to get the final auto attack down. He will go out. And Origen find another kill. 4 plates to 1 in favor of G2. You can see actually Origen weren't even able to pick up the gold from the plate they did acquire.
So a bit of an overextension in the bot side from Wonder. He wasn't expecting Mithy's ultimate to show up, turning it into a 2 versus 1. But G2 right now hold on to the gold lead, 25 point through.
Here that
avoid
they can
choke
really
points.
use their voice. Yeah. So let's rethink that. Avoid the choke points.
If they win a choke point fight, though, we'll say you are prediction god.
But here's the thing. OG are starting up the Baron. G2, I think, would like to have a spread out fight. They might not get it if they have to force themselves into the pick.
9,000 HP left on the Baron. G2 trying to answer. Perks on his way across.
Slow.
very slow. Alfari will get the knock into the wall, pops down the steadfast presence. They get Mickey, they get the pick. And now it's a 4v5 in favor of Origen. You took on the chasing onto Perks, flashes in with a Ring of Frost. Tom Kench comes in from behind as well. Perks will flash away. And Origen unable to find another pick, but do get the summoners out of the Zaya.
So now with the numbers advantage, Origen will try to use this to secure the mid tower, but fun fact, while the Baron was going off, G2 were gaining mid priority, and you can see that this wave didn't...
G2, they're coming in from across towards the blue buff. Mickey on his way to join the fight, 6,000 HP on the Baron. Jankos getting in, he's stolen the Elder Drake in the last game, could make another steal here. Caps stepping forward, uses the never move, pulls back Mithy, knocked away with the Keeper's Verdict. Then Cole jumps in onto Jankos, but he goes golden, and the rest of G2 can react. Mickey coming in as well. He jumps onto the backline, Nuke uses his stopwatch just in time. The Frozen Tomb actually used there. Mithy will spin out Patrick. Perks on a rampage. Wonder jumping onto the backline. That's 2 kills to him. Just needs the final swipe with the blade, and now Origen have to run for the hills. Alfari can knock back Wonder towards his minion wave, but the flawless duet will stun up Cold. He'll dodge away with the EQ combo. A steadfast presence will stop him for the moment. Jankos does not have the ultimate, so can't jump onto the backline. Alfari once again acting as the bouncer, pulled back with the never moving. Caps can tank this for days. Alfari goes golden for the moment as he stops time. Not knocked up, he's still alive. Somehow he'll get the shield from the buffer. The never move will pull him back, and eventually Caps says, screw this, I'm gonna use the ultimate, and shuts down Alfari.
Oh, Alfari doing everything he could to stay alive, but no. G2 kept OG around the Baron for long enough. The fight was turned by Origen. They're now trying to teleport in and stop, but they have the Tom Kench too. Can they get a fight?
Baron goes down, the quickness used. Patrick caught out on the backline. Vision of Empire comes out as well. Perks just trying to retreat. The feathers pulled back. Nuke Duck chasing him out. Caps now joins the fight as the never move does not connect, but they force away Origen. That's all they wanted to do because they still have that Baron buff. The channel comes out. Mickey caught up in the knock-up from the EQ. The chase out. Mickey unable to get there in time. Cold
TV
will
coming
stop
back in.
time. The teleport coming back in as G2 want more.
The other teleport.
Perks has joined it in as well. Caps on a killing spree. He's 616, and Origen are now the team to turn and flee as G2 will chase them down. You have to think there's no hope left for Origen. Nuke Duck getting in from the side. Patrick get eaten up by Mithy, but the chase is still on. Mickey will jump across the wall. Jankos now on the back of the fight. G2 still going. They're looking for it.
G2 just do not want to stop. They are unrelenting. Patrick has nowhere to go. Alfari gets caught out on the top side as well. This just will not end.
Alfari using the steadfast presence, but still will get knocked up. Jankos on the chase onto Nuke Duck, who uses the proto belt. The Keeper's Verdict knocks back 3. And Alfari may have kept himself alive for the moment, but G2 got everything out of that fight.
Woo! That was a long team fight while Medic catches his breath. Let's try and recap this one, Ender, because it all starts off with Origen actually starting the Baron. Unfortunately, they put themselves in the choke point themselves, and that gives the freedom for Swain to walk up and start off this fight. Now, they think, okay, Origen, we can just turn and fight onto Wonder and Jankos, but unfortunately, they buy so much time that they actually hold out in a 1 versus 4. So the other 3 members of G2 are just surviving against the Lissandra, and they're like, well, we're happy, we can actually turn this one around. They've taken so much damage from the Baron, combined from really good Aurelia play from Wonder, means that G2 end up coming off the initial fight very far ahead.
And when we saw Wonder put so far behind in the early game, we said he needs to be relevant in the mid game. Well, that wants to keep himself alive, but with the minion waves pushing in, there's a super minion wave here. There's double cannon as well. That first Nexus tower is the target. Nuke Duck forced away, has to use the ultimate on himself, and now G2 take the first Nexus tower. Nuke Duck gobbled up by Minty, but they're just going to spit him out back onto the fountain, and G2 are chasing them all the way back into their base. G2 will look for the second Nexus tower. They'll take it pretty cleanly. Alfari trying to jump in, but the quickness is still there, and G2 have all the tools for the team fight. They take 2, they take 3, they take it, sodding all, and they'll get the triple kill for Aurelia. G2 are 1 game away from finals in Rotterdam.
It was once again a very close early game. Both teams